Got me falling right back.
Yo guys, welcome back to the channel. It's your boy. Now here we are today with Pagan Online. I'm here to give you my first impressions of the game. Whether that's good, bad, indifferent, I will let you know. I'm not going to lie about it. I've been playing this game for a couple of days now and I've really been enjoying it. Now just to give you a little bit of background, the game Pagan Online has been brought to you by Madhead Games and Wargaming. It's basically an online, fast-paced hack and slash action RPG, and it's set in a fantasy universe that is inspired by Slavic myths. Basically there's PvE experiences, solo mode and also cooperative. There's also extra modes like assassination. It almost feels like there's sort of dungeon raids sort of modes in there. Graphically the game's great. As you can see, it's playing in the background. I have no qualms about the graphics. What I really do enjoy is the voice acting. I think that is great. It's nice to actually have some voice acting for once instead of just text on the screen, because I find in most RPGs, even since day one, back in the day when I was a child, I used to play RPGs, I wouldn't really read the text just because it's boring, it's tedious. So you normally just find yourself click, 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 click. But when there's voice acting, it engages you more into the game. You feel more, at one with the game and with the storyline. So hats off to them for that. That's great. Now, there's 8 heroes currently. They've also mentioned that they're going to bring more heroes into the mix, because what they're going to be doing is quarterly they're going to be giving us content updates where they call it the big fucking patch. Which that alone to me is just great. I've never seen a game and I've never seen a group of developers call their patches the BFP, big fucking patch. So they get a fucking high five for me. But yeah, so they're going to update the game to basically give us new and creative ways to keep on enjoying it. It's basically got, they want it to have endless playability. So there's a 50-hour campaign, infinite loot, and like I just said, endless replayability, because you can obviously do so many other things. They're going to be dropping new content, new patches, new updates, etc. Now back to the heroes. So currently, like I said, there's 8. You have your tanks, your range characters, your mages, and your sort of DPS. There's one like a berserker warrior as well, and there's also a champion that is a bit more like I would class him like a druid. I haven't been able to play them yet. I've only managed to have a go with Ice Talk, as you can see in the gameplay, and last night I recently unlocked Lucian. Excuse my pronunciation, I don't know if I'm saying it correctly, but hey, I've unlocked Lucian, who's the mage character, pretty decent. So once I've got to grips with the game a lot more, I'm going to bring out some in-depth guides on each hero, what I think they're good for, how I think they play, how I think they should be improved or nerfed, things like that, guys. But back to the game, it's very, very enjoyable. The only drawback that I say I dislike currently of the game is the loot. There's far too much loot, guys. Now, I don't know if the developers want it to be like that, but I know they say infinite loot, but I mean, my god, there's so much loot that within a couple minutes of playing the game, I jump into the one or two missions and my inventory slots are full, so I constantly have to sell all the junk that I don't need. And also, just to touch on this, guys, it isn't at full release yet. It's currently as of the 8th of August. It's still, sorry, not the 8th of August, my bad, I'm losing track of the time. Currently today, 4th of August, it's still in early access, but it is set to drop onto full release by the end of this month, which is great news, because there's still a few features in the game where it's inaccessible at the moment due to the fact it's in early access. For example, in the vendor for the shop, you can sell your items, you can trade them off for gold, but you cannot purchase any items. And there's a few other things that are locked under early access, but that's fine. I'm enjoying what I've done so far. Like I said, the campaign is great so far. 50 hours worth of campaign. The end game content is coming with the next patch. I'm nowhere near that, guys. I'm not gonna lie, but there's also a lot of other things that you can do in this game. There's not just the campaign and that is it. There's assassination mode. There's different mission modes. There's also I would class them as if you would say, like, you know, like in your World of Warcraft, in your MMOs, you have dungeons and you have raids. That's what I would say they're like. You basically have the choice to do some dungeon raids, some hunts, assassinations, like I said, different missions. And also, not only that, when you're doing the campaign or the missions, they also give you challenges on top of that. So for example, you might be walking through a zone and it will say to you, kill all the enemies within 10 seconds, which I'm not gonna lie is pretty fucking hard, guys. And I'm playing it on normal difficulty right now. The game is hard, make no mistake about it. Do not think it's gonna be easy, because it bloody well ain't. The controls is WASD, which is fine for me. Typical, typical PC controls. You've got your mouse button, left mouse button to attack, right mouse button, shift button for all different combinations. It's all keyboard, but they've had quite a lot of people asking for full controller support, which I'm pleased to announce for you guys. They are bringing that out. There is controller support at the moment, but there's a few issues with it, I believe. Like I said, I play with keyboard, but I thought that's great. They're listening to the community already. But yeah, guys, I don't want to make this video too long because, like I said, I'm new to the game. This was just my first impressions. The pros I have is the storyline is great, the voice acting is good, graphics are great as well. The only downside for me so far, like I said, is I don't have full access to all of the features, but of course it's early access, so what do I expect? I'm looking forward to getting my teeth into that on the full release. Crafting for me, it's okay. I'm to be honest, in most RPGs I'm never really a great fan of crafting. A lot of players love to craft and they love to hunt down recipes and items to craft. Me, I can take it or leave it, so I'm gonna save my opinion on that for later when I get to the full access and when I get to the end game content, and then we'll take it from there. But no, there's enough missions to do. The campaign's long enough. There's so many side quests, so many sort of challenges that you can also try and attempt. There's a leaderboard in the game, which is great. I'm trying to get onto that. There's 8 heroes currently with more to come. The skill tree is also amazing. Now, I watched a video a few months back where I saw that the skill tree wasn't that great. It was quite bad, if I'm going to be honest, guys. But the community spoke up, and the devs, hats off again, they listened and they've changed it. Now the skill tree is great. I feel that there's a few more tweaks that maybe they could do, but from the sounds of it, they're always open. They've got their ears to the ground. They're waiting for people in the community to chuck them across ideas, and then they can see what they can do. So yeah, apart from that, guys, the loot, like I said, it is, yes, it's great to have tons of loot, but maybe tone it down a little tad. Also, the fact that not automatically, there is no auto pickup for loot. So like for the gold, you have to individually click each bit of gold that you would like, which normally, yes, it might sound lazy, I wouldn't complain, but when there's like 50 items on the floor and you need to go through every single item to determine whether you need it or whether you want it or not, it can become a little bit tedious. But other than that, guys, so far, loving the game. I would give it an 8 out of 10. I'm just excited to get my teeth into this game, bring you guys some in-depth guides as I get through later into the game. I stream this on Twitch as well, so if you want to drop by my Twitch, I'll leave the link in the description down below. If you enjoyed the video, please give it a thumbs up and sub to the channel. It helps me out more than you know. Also, leave me a comment. Do you like action RPGs, hack and slash? Have you tried Pagan Online? Are you on the fence or not? But there it is, guys. Hope you enjoyed it, and I'll catch you very, very soon on the next Pagan Online video. Take care, guys. Peace.